hello. This is Peg with Craft Room Stories. Welcome to my channel. And guys, thank you so much for hanging in with me. I'm sorry I've been a bit MIA, but I have got something so fun for you today. Now, is this my original idea? No, it rarely is. Occasionally I have a few that I think are mine, but this is my take on it, and I learned it from Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah like years ago. And I don't even remember when she did it, but I just thought that's the coolest thing. And so let me show you. Okay, so this just looks like kind of a basic pocket with like a square opening, which of course it would be. I'd probably glue it on 3 sides. But then you open it up and look, I don't know if you can really see. Let me see if I can stand up so you can see what happens here. It's a pop-up card. Look! It's a pop-up card. I know. How fun is this? I love interactive things. I think that's part of what I love the most about junk journals is the interactive bits and, of course, the beauty. But because when I was a little kid, I loved pop-up books and those ones that you could open the flaps and, you know, do all the fun interactive things. Anyway, I'm having a play with some Tim Holtz paper doll. Let me start over. Tim Holtz paper dolls. Yes. Now, the reason that I'm using his instead of just like cutting out my own is because I would then have to back mine onto something, you know, quite heavy, because maybe you could do this with something lightweight. I don't know, but I would be hesitant to do that for fear that it would, you know, not hold itself upright. So this is one of the bigger kind of just headshots of the Tim Holtz paper dolls. And I like this with it a lot because I don't know what else to do with these. So being able to pop these up is kind of fun. But having said that, I have made also a smaller one using the tinier Tim Holtz paper dolls. And this paper is not as stiff as this. This is some sort of packaging that I got with some lace wrapped around it. I don't remember who gave it to me, but I loved this paper and I was just waiting. Well, it's actually a bit of card. And I was waiting to do, I'm working on a French blue journal, and I was waiting to work on that journal to be able to use this piece. And then I thought, ooh, such fun. Okay, so then this, now this is paper from Justine from House of Mahalo. This is a hydrangea kit, but this is a background paper. But I am going to be using her papers and in some of these things. But I backed it with a backing paper. But because this goes so well with this French blue that I'm working on, that's why I wanted to use this kit. So this is also going to be my June project of making things with her kit. I will showcase her kit and then kind of show what I made later, but I haven't printed the whole thing off yet. But anyway, we're going to make these. I digress easily. So let's see, where did the paper go that I was using? I didn't want to back it. No, I swear, just had it here a second ago. My brain. Okay. Oh, my brain fries. Okay, so this is a fun striped one, and I think I'm going to use that because I want to do, where's the man? I want to do this man. He's tiny, but I want to do him because I have this little stamp that says Monsieur. I can't speak French because my mouth does not go that way at all. But I thought that this striped paper kind of is a little bit more masculine. I'm not saying that it is masculine. I'm just saying in my mind, you know, based on the lacy other patterns, that this is better. And I'm leaving it blank on this side so that you could journal on it if you wanted to, or write something or put a picture or whatever. We'll decorate this one in a little bit, but I want to show you how to make this. Now, these, I'm turning these this way to do kind of a shorter, smaller one because he's tiny, you know, and I didn't, let me show you what I also did here in explanation. Okay, so When I used her, I did not, she looks fine just like that. But when you fold her down, you can see the top of her head. I've got lace covering part of it, but it's coming out a good 1/2 inch, you know, maybe 3/4 of an inch if you go all the way to the tip. I don't really like that. So with this one, I encased it, but when you flip it up, it looks like there's a lot of empty space. But the cool thing about that is you can decorate the empty space. That's what's fun, if you want to. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can. Okay, so we are going to cut this down. Now, because he's small, whoop, I'm just tripping it around. I'm going to probably cut this, but I want it to be a, you know, a decent sized pocket to be able to fit something, you know, good in. I'm just thinking real quick. Do I want to put both men on there as if they're like having a conversation? No, I don't feel like they look like they would be chatting. I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, so let's get this out. Let's cut this to about 3.5 and see what that looks like. This particular cutter, it's not my favorite thing. I want a new cutter, but cutters are expensive, so it's not on the budget list at all. Okay, now that looks quite small, but he is quite small, so we don't want it to be monstrous and then he looks, you know, really out of place. And this here, well, I'll just trim that when I get it. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to take this whole thing. Now this measures about 7.5 by 3.5. Okay, we're just going to fold it. Where's my bone folder? Ooh, I'm just throwing things. Look at me. Okay. I also want to say thank you so much for sticking with me when I've been, you know, kind of dealing with a whole lot. And, you know, the subscribers have just kept coming. Thank you so much. I don't have 1,000 yet, but, you know, working towards that. There, we just trimmed that off a little bit. The rest of it, I think, looks even. I'm going to ink this up. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you so much. And for the comments that you've made, I love it. I love it when people get me. Okay, so I'm just going to go around this. I'm using frayed burlap. That's my choice of color these days. I really like the looks of it. I thought it would be more of a grayish brown. And I think when I first opened it, it kind of was. But now it doesn't seem to be grayish brown to me now. But anyway, it does kind of look like burlap. And I like it. And the vintage photo that I bought seems more yellowy. I don't know. This is kind of yellowy though. I don't know. Okay, I don't know why I just inked all the way around that because I'm going to be gluing part of it down as a pocket. But that's okay. That's fine. Okay, so I'm going to ink the inside. Last time I inked this part. I don't want to do that. I think I like that not inked. So just going to go around here. And then around here. Now, I'm going to try not to make this video last eternally. And also, just do want to make sure I am recording. I appear to be. Okay. It's concerning because, you know, I have done the whole thing where you made like most of the video, if not all, and then you find out you're not recording. Okay, so love these papers. Justine, you did good. Okay, so you're taking that. Now, what I like to do is measure the little guy or whoever you're putting in here, whatever. You could even pop up with flowers or anything. It doesn't have to be people, but I happen to, you know, I would recommend kind of maybe some chipboard, you know, pieces if you have. In fact, I have some chipboard pieces, but I'm not going to do that right now. Concentrate, Peg, concentrate. Okay, so I'm going to cut this probably about 1 inch up, but like near him. Okay, I'm just going to put my scissors there and then use it as a guide. Oh, I don't know that he's right in the middle, but I don't think that matters. Okay, now you can't see that unless I do that, I think. But okay, so then we're going to open it up. Okay, you've got that little piece. We're going to just flip that forward and then fold it back down so that you can bend it in place. Am I making any sense? Okay, make sure your thing, my bone folder, oh, I put it away again. Okay, make sure your things are staying even, so your pocket's going to be even. And there, look at that. So now we're going to glue him to the front of this, and that's it. And also, if you feel like you've not folded it exactly even, which I didn't come all the way down, so I'm going to come down a little bit further. I'm just being picky. I don't know that you would have to be that picky. I just saw that and felt like that wasn't totally even. Okay, that looks better to me. I mean, I'm not sure if you're catching that. But okay, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to put him up there because he doesn't cover the whole thing. I'm just going to put my fingernail right there. And then I'm going to glue him from that point down. I'm using a little bit of art glitter glue here because it's so fast in staying and I don't want him to fall off. Okay. Whoop. And I'm dropping it. Okay, now I'm gonna center him. I'm having to do this while he's standing, but I'll lay him down and press him flat. And then if there's any glue coming out around him, I can sop it up. Okay. I'm gonna put the top, well, when it's that far away, I cannot see. Oh, why is that so hard? Okay, now he's good and dry. So now when you open up the card, there he is. Dun, dun. How fun is that? Oh, he stuck a little bit to this last bit. So I might have, oh, he's not completely dry. But that's okay. Who's going to really be looking behind him and go, oh, part of the paper stuck to him. You screwed up. I'm going to put that there so it won't fall open. Or shut. No? Open, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I want to use this in there. And I've already inked it a little bit because I didn't want it to be pure white. Thinking about putting a little bit of lace. I feel like this, I've cut it in half to make it a little bit smaller. I feel like that kind of goes. And we might stick that out just a little bit. Wait, I'm thinking again. I know, danger. Part of the reason I want to cut this off here, and I was thinking about, hold that thought, I was thinking about putting this on here. Yeah, I'm going to do that, and then so I may figure a cream colored lace or trim. I am not sure. I am not sure what I want to do. But I'm going to just glue this real quick. And we're just decorating this. I hope that, ooh, okay. Always dropping things. It's just a constant craft-a-lunch around here. Okay. All right. I'm going to let that dry for a minute. And then, ooh, you know what? I think I'll put that up there. Yes, that's what I'm going to do, but I'm going to let it dry first and let him dry a little bit more. And then I will go ahead and put this down here. Okay, this is so basic, y'all. It's really not that hard. And we can make another one. I'm leaving it hang off a little bit just because I like the looks of that hanging off a page. All right, I'm going to put that up there, and then I feel like I want something else down here, maybe maybe some flowers or something. I'm looking over to the side here because I did not plan this out. Ooh, I haven't done scriptures or song lyrics. What do you think he would be singing? Oh, found it. I mean, that was quick. That almost never happens to me. This is a song called "Oh, Let Me Walk With Thee." And we're going to just rip that and tear that out a little bit smaller to try and get some of those other words off of there from when this was in a hymn book. And I would sing this, but I actually can't remember exactly how it goes. If I was looking at the notes, I could sing it because I can sight read a little bit. I'm going to ink this a bit. What should we back this onto? Other paper, do you think? We don't want it to be too bulky because he's bulky enough. So I feel like we should put this on some sort of paper or something. Maybe like a label? What do you think? Do you think we can find a label that is this long? I might have one. I am unsure. I obviously did not prepare. And usually I like to do that. But I did not prepare. Okay. Oh, I did. I think this one. No, I don't know if that's long enough. Well, kind of. Do you think that is okay to go over that edge? I don't know if I like that. Let me see. Well, maybe if I put a couple of flowers on that, I won't mind it so much. So let me try that. I do love the hymns and scripture. I feel like they just speak to me. Okay. I don't want that to be too wonky. I hope you make some of these. They are so fun. There's my word again, Hazel. I'm saying fun. Because to me, most things in life are fun. You know, that you get to play around. That's fun. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue this on. I would have used art glitter glue instead of, what is this, Fabri-Tac. And I'm saying a lot. I don't know if it's just because my brain is not functioning. But the reason that I'm not is because this is leaning against that art glitter glue, and I don't want to mess with it. I think that's kind of centered. It doesn't have to be, but because he's centered, I felt like that should be centered. It maybe didn't have to be, but okay, let's see. I have these flowers here. I think they might look nice. Let's see if we can cut a couple of them. One of them has green on both both ends. Okay. Oh, I'm going to do another video because I got to go to a Goodwill Bins store when I was in Oklahoma City visiting my niece, and I got to pick up a few things. Now, I did not find a particularly lot of things, but I just think what I did find you might want to see and you might enjoy that. Oh, y'all, my desk is a hot mess right now. It is just everywhere. Okay, let's see. We can put that there. Now, do we want that one kind of down a little bit maybe, or up? Maybe. I don't know. What do I want? Or do I want it kind of... Maybe even. I don't always like things even, but sometimes I do. It's not perfectly even, but it's kind of even. Okay. Now that's him. We're going to put that other bit here. I think I'm going to do it with hot glue so that it will just be like a staying, and I'll squish it down real good. And a little bit of the Fabri-Tac is showing through that ribbon, but that's okay. Everything does not have to be perfect. I like that. What do y'all think? Okay, and then sometimes I like to put a little trim along here. And I might want to ink around this. And the reason why is because this then becomes your pocket, so that, let me show you what I'm talking about. Where'd it go? Okay, if I had this glued down on these three sides, and this maybe had, you know, like a topper out of it, then this would slide in there, and that would be your pocket. And then you pop it up, and it's a pop-up. Now, it doesn't stay by itself down. So you could either put like a little Velcro dot or a little ribbon around it and tie it. Whatever you want, whatever you do is going to make it just that much more interactive. And I haven't figured out exactly what I want to do with that yet. But you have to be careful, because this one, once, I don't know if y'all can see that when you fold it down, then their head is very close to the edge, so you definitely wouldn't want to Velcro their head. I would be guilty of doing that. So I might just do a little tie around that. But I might put a little trim across here. Let me look and see what kind of trim. Y'all, I have got just a bunch of goodies over here that are so, I'm very excited about them, that I'm doing this French blue. I think that, oh, that looks so pretty to me. Oh, I love that. Okay, now I don't know, I might want a little bit of it hanging off, so let's just do it to here. All right. We'll hang off that bottom edge. Okay. Probably should wait to cut this until it's fully dry, but I don't know if I need to put a little extra hot glue or something under that. And just press it a minute. I'm afraid the hot glue would show through, and I don't want that. Okay, there's that. And you could even put a little picture of something. I'm looking real quick to see what I have that might. I've got just a little number. That's too big. That's not what I want to do. It's too big. I'm looking real quick. Sorry, I've turned away. I will look for something. I don't want to take up all your time, but I will look for something and put it there. But here we go. Okay, so I've got this one, and I put just a little washi tape there, and it turns to that. And then this one I haven't decorated yet, but I love her. And this one, Monsieur. Anybody French watching this, or anybody who speaks French, is probably just cringing, but that's okay. That is just fine. My language of choice would be Spanish. I'm learning German, but I suck at that pronunciation as well. Just not brilliant at the weird R's. I can roll my R's. I'm really good at that. But anyway, I hope that you like these little pop-up cards. I just think they're so cool. And I hope that you make some, and I hope that you enjoy watching them. Thank you so much for playing today, and have a lovely day. And I will probably be back on Thursday with a thrift haul, because how fun is that? Okay, and I seriously need to start selling some stuff. So, Angela, the Traveling Crafter, I need you desperately. Okay, hugs. Oh, wait, something else coming through. Carol at A Crinkled Path. I'm joining her Christmas in July Secret Santa thing. So there's going to be all kinds of fun Christmas things in July. So that'll be a blast. All right, hugs. Bye.